Hi friends, Shannon here. You are at the Cards by Shannon Lee channel on YouTube. I am here today to share with you a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of Spellbinders products. And I'm starting out today with the Just Add Cake birthday card making kit. Now this kit is loaded, and not only is it loaded, it's loaded with stuff that you will actually use. I have, with a lot of kits out there, you'll find that you might use one or two of the things, and then some of the things may not be your style. But I'm telling you, this birthday card card making kit is loaded with stuff to make birthday cards for everyone. You can make masculine, you can make kid friendly, you can make some adult, don't take that too adulty, grown folk cards, and really feminine cards. There is something in here for everybody for your card making needs. I did not get this as a part of being an influencer with Spellbinders. This I purchased with my own money, and I was happy to because I love this kit. Okay, so let's get started. I've already opened the kit. I've already made lots of samples, but I just wanted to show you how this kit is packaged. And we'll start by taking out the little embellishments. There are a pack of sequins, some kind of Aurora Borealis cream-colored sequins, pinky-colored sequins, and some blues. A pack of lemon zest splatter. And I did not use this. I meant to use it on a card, but I started gluing down my die cuts and completely forgot to do the splatter on the background like I like to do. So there's the splatter, and it comes in like a nail polish type bottle with the little nail polish brush. So you can use that to fling your splatter, or you can just use it to dot down on your glass mat, pick it up with another, like a fan brush or something like that, and splatter that on your card. Then there are these domes, and these domes are for making shaker cards out of the flower die. So just like I've done here with this card. So I believe there's 10 of the domes, and then we have loads and loads of dies, a stamp set with, there's a die set that has the sentiments. Let's make sure I'm on screen here. Sorry for the glare. Die set for sentiments. There's a stamp set with lots and lots of sentiments, more than are included just on this cover sheet. There's tons of them, and I'll go over those in a little while. And then 6 more large die sets. A set of rub-ons, and these rub-ons are super cute. I'll go over those in a second. And then a confetti, it's called Confetti Drop, a 3D embossing folder. Then you get 20 sheets of the Spellbinders Color Wheel cardstock. We'll go over those colors with you also. And some card bases and some envelopes. Which one's which? Wait a minute. Are these envelopes? Yeah. Card bases, envelopes. And I believe there's 10 or 12 of each. So let's get rid of the box and we'll go through the sets and all the good stuff. And if you want to stay tuned till after I share with you the birthday card making kit, I am going to share with you some new releases for May, and then I'm going to go backwards and show you April after that, and then March after that. That's all in this video because I've fallen behind on my Spellbinders video, so I wanted to make sure that you guys are up to date with all the goodies that Spellbinders has released. So here are the rub-ons, and these rub-ons are adorable, and I did not use any of them, but what I hear is, in the community, is these rub-ons have been improved as far as, if you've used rub-ons maybe more than 5 years ago, let's say more than 3 years ago, they were not, it was kind of a hit and miss with the rub-ons. You might not get the entire image down no matter how much rubbing you did and how careful you were to not break the image. But what I hear is that the rub-ons have improved dramatically in their quality. So in addition to the images that you see here, there are also lots of sentiments for your birthday occasions. And we have the rainbow kind of color scheme here. Still the rainbow with the confetti blowing out of the cannon there. But then you get the gold and black. Kind of gives you that over the hill. Remember from years ago, there was that whole over the hill color scheme for birthdays. Anyways, so then you have the cake, another cake, and the balloons with the happy birthday. And again, sentiments for your cards. So that is the rub-ons. And now I'll show you the die sets. And with each of the die sets, I'm going to share with you the card that I created. So this is the Garden Party die set, and here's a shaker card that I created. The shaker bits that I did use, because I wanted them to match my color scheme here, are from Cat Scrappiness. And if you didn't know, I know this is a Spellbinders video, but I did want to let you know Cat Scrappiness has tons upon tons of all of your little embellishment needs, the clay bits, the jewels, the sequins, the all the sparkly bits and embellishments you would want, and I believe they are all still $2.99 a package, and you cannot beat that price. You can try, but you cannot find the assortment and the price that she is selling them at. Anyways, so here's the card that I created with this set, and I wanted to share with you one of the add-ons that I had to have this. I love checks, gingham, plaid, especially checks. And this just spoke to my heart. I had to have it. This is called Color Block Accent Arches. Unfortunately, right now, this is out of stock. I did find it in stock at one place called Purple Pinky Promise. It is a website, and none of the big stores, the Simon Says, the scrapbook.com, Scrapbook Pal, Spellbinders, they're all out of this die set. I'm sure Spellbinders is coming back with it because it did sell out very fast. So they will be restocking that. But the Purple Pinky Promise is the only place, and it's $10 or $12 more expensive. No, I take that back. They had it for the regular price. I could be lying to you. I saw it one place really expensive. It was $10 or $12 over the regular price. You'll have to check it out if you're interested in this, but I love it. I use this to make all of my example cards. And let me share really quick how this works. So this works in conjunction with the Essential Arches die set from Spellbinders. And what you do is you cut one of the arches. Actually, you would want to choose your color block arch first. Choose what size, and then match it up with one of the sizes of the essential arches. And you would cut your essential arch, and then you layer it on top of, and that gives you your checks. And what you can also do, and which I did with one of my samples, which sample? Oh, it was this one. Okay, is I took it's the third largest of the essential arches and cut another arch to go on top, so you can have it where your checks are the same color as your background, or if you don't want your checks the same color as your background, you can add another additional arch on top and get your option of two different looks. So set those aside. What I would recommend if you are interested in purchasing the arches is go to the Spellbinders website. I will leave a link in the description box below for all of the products that I share with you today. There are links in the description box below. Go to the Spellbinders website, and they will have a notify me box under this product, and just enter your email and they'll notify you when it's in stock. It also lets them know that this product is popular, and that will the more of you who do want to be notified of this product, they'll stock it sooner rather than later. Okay, back to the card. So here is my shaker card with the flowers, and I believe I used all of the flowers, the stems, and the blossoms from this set in this card. So let's set that aside and get to my next card, which is my favorite, my almost favorite out of all of the cards. And this I used the Light the Candles set. This set has, bring it out of the package, and this set has the cupcake and the topping, the little cake part, the wrapper. It has a bow and lots of florals and berries. It has blueberries with the layers and cherry with all the stem and the leaf. And the bow is also layered. There's two different flowers that have layers, and I think that's it. Oh no, the little tiny flowers also have layers, and there's little centers for the layers, and a candle that has the layered wick and flame. So that is that set. This is the reason I call it almost my favorite is I'm really not super happy with the gray that I chose for the background. I think I should have gone a little bit lighter or maybe darkened up the checks so that this gray doesn't look so dark to me. I can't remember which gray, if I used the fog gray or the silver, the old silver fox gray for this card. I love the gray. I wanted to match the little highlights or the little shading that I did on the whip topping, but it's a little too dark for me. That's why it's my almost favorite. Okay, next. This is so fun. Okay, so now I've shown you 2 examples of some feminine cards, and here's one for the kiddos. And for the fun adults. Not that feminine adults aren't fun adults, but this one is so fun. I love this. You can take and use this monster. This is called Chompster. You can use this Chompster on any card and have him eating anything. It is so hilarious. I love him with his big giant mouth and his teeth. I love the glasses accessory and the party hat. Just so much fun. And I'll share with you, in addition to the cupcake, as they show on the package or on the packaging, they have a pizza slice, and I think there's something else. Pizza, cupcake. Nope, I was wrong. Just the pizza and the cupcake are the only items you can show him chomping on. But there's all the layers that you can use to create this Chompster. Super fun. And when I'm finished sharing my examples, I'll show you how I turn my cards into shape cards so that they stand up with the arch, the color block, and the essential arches. So next, here's one, a little classy one. This one I think would be perfect for a New Year's card, having the bottle of champagne exploding with all of the champagne spilling out and the little streamers. This one is called Confetti Pop. And I used all of the dies to create this card, all of the layers for the champagne bottle, all of the confetti, and I just layered up a piece of white confetti behind the gold streamers. And again, on the color block accent arches card. And like, oh, I forgot, when I was creating this, I got so excited, I just forgot to put a sentiment. So I put the sentiment on the inside. And this one reads, "To a friend worth celebrating." And next one, this is what you could use as your masculine. And I created a feminine because I was just in the mood. I should have shown you a masculine example, but hey, it's me. So here we go. We have the beer mug and the coffee mug. Those are your 2 options. This is called Birthday Brew. And it has the sleeve, the hand to hold the coffee mug, and you can either insert the HBD, the happy birthday, or choose not to. You have that option with the coffee cup. The beer mug, you can do it with the foam on top and choose to do it without. You have the wristwatch items here. With the sleeve, you could also use a cuff on your sleeve. Oh, I think there's 2 different cuffs that you can choose, just like they've shown here. You can show it like a button-up, or just like a, what do you call that, kind of elastic type wrist sleeve. So those are with that set. And here are the sentiments from this Just Add Cake stamp set. And there is also a matching die set that includes a strip die for your sentiment strips. And let's read some of these sentiments. Let me get something white to put this on so I can read them. Okay. Leave nothing but crumbs. Let the day grow wild. Birthday wishes. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Devour it. Love that one. Have the sweetest birthday. Have the best birthday ever. Just add cake. Cheers to you. Make some noise. To a true original. Make it a day to remember. To a friend worth celebrating. Coffee first, then cake. To another year worth toasting. So, and then for our sentiment dies, these all have the die that impresses the sentiment into your little strip. Is happy birthday, celebrate big, make it count, just add cake, make a wish. And those all come with a sentiment strip, and you can choose your option to inlay into the sentiment strip. So we are getting down to the end of it, and we only have the color color wheel cardstock to go over, and I just wanted to show you this luscious cardstock that we have here. Let me read the colors. We have, this is Poppy and Blush. I don't know if these are in order because I think Tutu, this is Dahlia. I recognize that. Gosh, it's so thick, I thought there was another page. We have Dahlia, then Chiffon, Bellini, and Sicily. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is Sicily. I'm confused. You know what? I'm gonna read these separate because I don't think they're in the same order that they are in here. So I would left off on Sicily, Beeswax, Saffron, Rainforest, Fern, Breeze, Malibu, Oceanside, Orchid, Mulberry, Fawn, Truffle, Raven, and Classic White. And let me just finish laying these colors out for you because they are so beautiful to see this way. I'm running out of room because there's so much cardstock here. And these are half sheets. They're not full sheets. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. There we go. Just about done. I love this fawn color. So pretty. And the raven. You want a black. That raven is perfect. There we go. So that is it for our card making kit. Loads and loads. And it is a bit on the pricey side, but when you consider all of the product that you get with this kit, it is much less expensive than buying the sets individually or the products individually. Much less expensive. So let me just scoop all this up, be right back, and I'll show you May's new releases. I forgot to share with you how I create my shaped cards. Now you can do this with any shape. I like to do it with the circle shapes also. Usually what I do with the circle shapes is the one that I use on the back. I cut a sliver off so that it will set flat. But what I do is, for my shape, for my top, I cut my 2 layers. But then for the back, I cut an additional layer to create my card base. And what I do is, I'll just put that in my scoreboard and butt that up to the edge, make sure that's straight. And at 3¼ inches, I will just score on my back piece. I give this a little bend so that I don't have to bend it when the glue is wet. And then straighten it back out. Set aside my scoreboard. And add my glue. Hopefully it's not hooked up right now. Add my glue to the area above the score line. Grab my card front and set those 2 on my desktop upright, giving the top a little squeeze so that glue grabs hold. And then give it a little fold. And there's my card base, my standing up shaped card base. Just a little trick from me to you. Okay, let's get all these cards set aside. And we'll start with May. And May is fun. And stay tuned. I will probably post-production add a little something to the beginning of this video so that you know that there is a giveaway. And it is one of the April products. They actually sent it to me in triplicate, and they agreed at Spellbinders that they're actually Hero Arts products. But they agreed that I could do giveaways with the products instead of sending them back to them. So I'm giving away 2 sets of one of the products that will get you in April. So next, another thing I wanted to mention to you, if you don't already know, I am participating in the Scrapbooking Fun Summit. I am showing a video on a little technique that I created myself, or I should say a little tool that I use that is not usually used in card making, but I will show you how to add color to your die cuts to make them pop. And it is how I added, no, not this one. One of my cards here, I think my next release I did use the technique on that. So, okay, this is the Shiny New Day release, and here is my example. Oh, this is just a card front. It's not a card base. But again, I had to use the checks. Love the checks. So pretty. And I love the black and white. Oh my gosh, does that pop or what with that little bit of color from the florals? Love it. Okay, so this is called Petal Fresh, and it has all of these, set that aside, all of these flowers that you can create. They're all layers. I have my little bit saved my leftovers in the back of my package, but let me grab this die set so you can see all of the dies that come in this set, and they all come with layers to add on top to give your little florals dimension. And that is called Petal Fresh. And the Thinking of You is from an April release, and we'll get to that. But love this Thinking of You sentiment also. Next is the Squeaky Clean, and this is so cute. I love it. You have the mop, the gloves, the sponge, the cleaning products, the scrubber, the toilet bowl scrubber, the mop, or the other kind of Swiffer push mop, push broom type, maybe push broom? Yeah, push broom. And here's the card that I created with these products. Oh, my little thing is popped up there. Okay, and I used, this is a Better Press plate that I foiled, so we got that as if you're not getting enough shine from all the reflection in this video. I've got a lot of shine with my little splattered mess here, and it says, "It's your birthday, get your glow. Get your glow on," pardon me. These are, sentiments are also a Better Press plate. I can't recall. I will have the products linked in the description box below, but that's the Shiny New Day release, and that is has been released in May, so you can order those products straight away if you're interested. Okay, the next is the garden planter, and we have the bucket, and it has the layers, so you could do the little metal do-jobbers on the outside of your bucket, and the florals with the stems, and lots of layers to create those, all that foliage and flowers. For that stamp set, that's the garden planter. And to create my little wood chip or wood slice back here, what I did was I cut out 2 of the largest and the next size down of the darker brown cardstock. And then on the middle piece is, this middle section is 1 piece. But what I did was I took several of the next sizes down. I cut 1 piece. It's probably the third largest, and then I embossed them using the dies, and then went over that with some ink blending to pull out these kind of, you know, the rings. Gosh, words are hard. The rings in the wood slice. So yeah, there's my card. Added a couple of Spellbinders embellishments, and these are the Spectrum AB Color Essential Gems. So lots of shine there. Ooh, love the bling. Okay, this is a next release, is a fun release. This is the Lisa Horton Summertime. And we have 2 for the card that I've used, the Decorative Lattice, and that has 2 layers. You can either, let me show you how that would work. Say you have a piece of cardstock. You can use the inside layer and cut out of any size or shape, as long as it's larger than the inside piece, and just cut that out of the shape. So if you run that through your die cut machine, it's going to leave all of this and just cut these inner pieces out. Or you can do like I did on this card and cut the entire lattice out using the outside piece with the inside piece. And that one is called Decorative Lattice. And then we have, these are really pretty. They're called Stargazers, and they have lots of stems. There's 4 different stems, and they have them identified A, B, C, and D. And then there are, the layers are identified also as A, B, C, and D, so that you can layer them up with the correct flower or blossom. And then for that one, I also used the hillside from the Open Lace Frames and Landscapes. Now this one is, die set is packed full. You have clouds, you have a rolling hillside, or you have an arched hillside. And then you have a little jagged, kind of deckled edge, straight border there. You have the inside of this lace frame has layers. There are, and just like the lattice, what was that called? Decorative lattice that I shared with you, it has an inside piece, so you can either just take your shape, cut, and it'll cut the outside, but it'll leave the inside. Or you could use this second die on the inside here and use it as a frame. I left the inside so it has that full piece of white behind my colored ink blended piece here. So I did not use the second piece, but I used the third piece to create a layer on top of that. I hope I'm making sense. So here's an example of that hillside, the hillsides, the deckled edge there, the clouds, and you can use this all, cut it all to fit inside your lace frame there. Here's the card that I created with, another card I created with that, and I also used the containers and foliage to create my little, this is supposed to be a terracotta plant. I don't know if I got the terracotta right, but I tried. And the thank you is from a April release, and I'll share that with you when we get to April. So that is that from the Lisa Horton's Summertime. Then we have, what do we have? We have one more Spellbinders release, and this is called Checkmate. And we have the checkers and the pieces for a chessboard. And then there's also the layered Harlequin stencils that you can use to create your checkerboard. So here's the card that I created with that. Thinking of You, again from an April release. And two of the chess pieces, the rook and the, I think that's a queen? Yeah, queen. And I know, other than that, I know nothing about chess. So that is my sample with those two products. That's the Checkmate release, and that's all I have for Spellbinders. I have one for, what do we have? We have two for Hero Arts. And the first one is called Abstract Floral, and this has lots of layered bits for creating floral designs, and it has the solid shapes as well as these, I wouldn't call them outlines, more like detail lines for your solid shapes so that you can stamp and create different layered florals. But I did something much more simple than that and just used the little flower blossoms here, little daisy looking flower blossoms, to accent a sentiment. And I also used, I told you I love checks, I had to have this, the, what are you called? You are called Check Please stencil. That's the Check Please stencil, and created a border for my card. That's Hero Arts. And we have one more Hero Arts, and I have not finished this card. I just need to pop a sentiment on it. And this is from the layered stencil called Color Layering Bitty Floral Stencil. And I wanted to share how I created a stenciled image onto dark cardstock. And all you have to do to create this look is on all of your layers, you're going to want to go in with white pigment ink. And what you do is, before you layer your color, you lay down a layer of white pigment ink. The bolder the layer of white pigment ink you put down, the brighter the colors you're going to get. So what I've done here is on all the layers, laid down the white pigment ink, allowed it to dry. I don't like to go in and heat dry mine because it always causes my cardstock to curl. So I just use a little patience and set my card aside until it dries. After it dries, go in and add my dye ink on top of that, or you could add pigment ink on top of that to get an even more bold look. Because the difference between a pigment ink and a dye ink is a pigment ink is going to set on top of your paper, Your dye ink is going to go into your paper. So you, the pigment ink properties, or even some hybrid inks, will set on top of your paper and give you that color on top of a dark cardstock. So I did that all on top of a navy card base, and then I went around the edge with some white pigment ink just to give it a little frame, and then around that with just a little bit of black pigment ink to give it a little shadow. Like I said, this card's not finished. I need to pop a sentiment on that, and we're done. So that's what I have for you for May. There are more releases, but what I will do is just put a link to the May releases for Spellbinders and Hero Art in the description box below. So now I'm going to start out with Hero Art since we have those giveaways. I thought that was April was the giveaways, and it looks like it's March is the giveaways. I'm going to show you the March products that I have to give away, just so you don't have to watch the whole video if that's what you're wanting, is to get involved with the giveaways. So in order, we'll have to make this fun. You have to watch up until this point at least to get involved. I'm trying to find my sample card. Excuse me just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so I found my sample card. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is what I have for my giveaway. And in order to qualify for the giveaway, you have to include a comment in the description box below and in the entry form, which there will be a link in the description box below. Okay, your comment doesn't go in the description box. Comment goes in the comment section, but the link is in the description box to the giveaway, for the entry form for the giveaway. You have to include the phrase, "That's radical," in the entry form for the giveaway. And what I have to give away is 2 sets of the Jean Jacket layered stencil and the Totally Awesome Stampin' Cut. I only have the stamp. I don't have the cut to give away. So I don't have the cut for even myself. So just the stamps of the Stampin' Cut set. So I'm giving away 2 of those. But I just wanted to share with you the Jean Jacket. Is that not adorable? It has that kind of acid wash look from the 80s and 90s. Was acid wash 90s? Kinda. Yeah, acid wash was 90s. So anyways, that's that. That is a March release. If you are not a winner of one of the giveaways and you're interested in purchasing that, remember, that's radical in the entry form in order to qualify for the giveaway. 2 of those to give away. And yeah, there's that. Now let's get into April. So this one is super fun. All of you who are looking to make the purchase for the, make the cards for the graduation. Gosh, I feel like I'm late on this one. I am. I'm a month late. We have the Classic Mouse graduation, and there are all of the dies to create the layered mouse. You can make the Minnie type mouse or the Mickey type mouse, and they're not exactly Minnie or Mickey. They're a play on the, gosh, what were Steamboat Willie? That's what it is. So anyways, so there's the Classic Mouse graduation. Here are 2 of the cards. I made one boy mouse, one a girl mouse for the class of 26. I only have somebody intended for my boy mouse. I don't have a girl mouse graduation to celebrate. Anybody to celebrate for the girl mouse. Anyway, so in addition to the mouse, Classic Mouse graduation, we have the Classic Mouse graduation sentiments, and this is a better press and die set. You have the better press that you can also do hot foiling, just to let you know if you did not know that already. You have the tassel, and you have sentiments that read, "You did it," "Congrats grad," that says "Bravo," "Class of," and "Proud of you." And then you have all of the numbers to create the year of their graduation. These are layered numbers, just like you see here. You can use them together or separate and have that number with a shadow or without. And there are dies for the sentiments and for the tassel. And here's the class of that I did hot foil, and we have the tassel that I did in blue and cut that out. So that is for the Classic Mouse graduation. Get those out of the way. And, for both of these, I used, this is from the Poppy Song collection. It's the only product that I got from this collection, but I did want to share it with you. This is going to be a new staple in my craft room because it has sheet music. Let me see if we can share with you. I probably need black. Let me get black cardstock. Okay, that's easier for you to see. So it has the sheet music bars. Is that how you call it? Yeah. Anyways, the bars from the sheet music, and this 3D embossing folder is called Favorite Song. And I use that on the back of these and on the to emboss these inside panels here, and I went over them with a little bit of ink to kind of accentuate those music notes on the sheet music. So that's the Poppy Song collection that is from. Okay, next we have the Magical Fuchsia, and this die set, so pretty. I am not very floral inclined. I don't have a good knowledge of flowers, but I do know that I love this die set, and I love the way that these flowers came out. I looked them up on Google to see what a fuchsia looks like, and they seem to be kind of a potted plant that kind of grows out in cascades, there's the word. And we have all of the layers to create that fuchsia with the Magical Fuchsia die set. Then we have the Magical Fuchsia embossing folder, and this is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch embossing folder. And I've gone and done some stamping on the background. That's a Hero Arts background stamp. I think it's called Script, not quite sure. It'll be in the description box below. Have this upside down. And what I did is use that tool to create the ink blending, that secret tool that I'm going to share with you if you're part of the Scrapbooking Fun Summit. If you want to sign up for the Scrapbooking Fun Summit, link is in the description box below. I've embossed the Magical Fuchsia onto this cardstock, and then used my tool to do this ink blending. And the secret to this tool is that you're able to get into these little tiny spots without getting your ink all over the place. I did get a little boo-boo right there though. Anyways, that is my card for there. Another unfinished card. I have to pop a sentiment onto that one. And then this product, I don't have a sample for you, but this is the Magical Fuchsia Better Press and hot foiling plates that also include the same fuchsia as the embossing folder, and it comes with 3 sentiments. It also comes with the dies to cut it out, and the dies to cut out the sentiments that say "Make today count," "Just because," and "You brighten my day." Oh, those are sweet sentiments. And I've used the "Just because" on this card, so I did use that. I just didn't do the Magical Fuchsia. Okay, so, and the next release we have is We All Have Baggage, and this is the card that I created for the Scrapbooking Fun Summit, and I share with you how to get those highlights to make those die cuts pop. I've used this technique in the video that I created for the Scrapbooking Fun Summit. I don't have an example to show you the difference of when they're next to these ones that obviously pop, right? But, yeah, there's that technique. I've used this technique to create these cards, and this is the designer purse, and there are 2 or looks like 3 different examples they share with you of purses that you can design with these dies, and these are really large dies that create a really large focal point for your card. This is smaller than a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This would be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is just a little bit smaller card. It would be closer to a 4-bar size. But you see how it really fills up the area for a card. So we have that. That was a designer purse. And then we have the rolling craft cart, and I've used the florals from, give me just a second, grab that. I used the florals from the scallop journal card to create these little floral sprays for these cards. So we have the rolling craft cart, and here are all of the dies you have to layer up and get that look of your rolling craft cart. And finally, we have the retro suitcase and sentiments. Now this is a stamp and die set, and we have your little suitcase here, and you have, it has a little tag, or actually there's a couple tags, 2 tags, and there's little images that you can adorn the tag with. I left mine blank. But we have sentiments here that read, "It's okay, we've all got baggage. Friends help friends carry their baggage. Friends and laughter help lighten the load. We've all got baggage, together we can carry it. Sometimes we carry a lot, let me help you." So there's that. But what I did was I used the Thinking of You. Gosh, what did I do with those? Those are April release. Oh, they're right here. The Thinking of You die from the April release. These are called Essentially Yours. I only have the Thinking of You and the Thank You, but both of these come with the shadow and the sentiment. So you have your, oh, they're called Layered Thinking of You and Layered Thank You, so that you can layer those sentiments. So here's an example of a sentiment that I did without the layer. I just used some sparkling cardstock for that one. So that is April. I'll be right back with March. Okay, so now we're on March, and if you've stuck with me this far, bless your heart. I appreciate it so much. I'm looking at my ticker, and I'm already to 50 minutes, so I'll see what I can do to cut it down, but I can't think of anything I can cut out yet, so other than me babbling right now. Okay, we are on the Pink Lemonade release, and here is my example of the Pink Lemonade die set. Has all the dies to create your picture of pink lemonade with the little strawberry and the lime slice, or lemon slice, which you could make a lime, your glass with your straw and your pink lemonade, and there's your fruit, your, what do you call that, sandwich board? I think they call that a sandwich board, that little advertising board that they have out in front of coffee shops, you know, the chalkboards, and your little banners here have all of the dies to create all of that. And you have the sentiment "Hello Sunshine" that I've used on my card example here. And in addition to that, we have the Pink Lemonade tags that read "Squeeze the Day," "Celebrate," "Smile," "I Pick You," "Happy Birthday." And you have the little flowers and hearts and the little pinwheel there. All the dies to create those, and these come with the sentiment strip with a little jagged edge, and you can inlay whichever sentiment you like, and there are your layers to create the flower and the pinwheel and your little heart. So there's my sample for that. Next is Windmills and Tulips, and these 2 samples I created. It is a better press and foil plate. Let's see if we can show you that without the glare. And there's also, that you can purchase separately, a layered die set so that you can add all of your color with your ink blending. I have not finished these cards. Yes, I've had this since, I think, February, and I haven't put a sentiment on them yet. But those are 2 sample cards that I created with that, and I just used some layered matte layers behind my Better Press panel. And next we have All the Senses. And here is the sensory facets, and you create this person with the kind of artsy, abstract art looking face here, with her hearts on her cheeks and the eyes and her nose and her mouth. I call it a her, but could be a him too. Depends. It kind of has that kind of afro looking 70s hair looking. So there are all the dies to create that. And we have the All My Senses Sentiments, and let me see if I can read these backwards. "I'm here to say I'm sorry. Your kindness is..." Goodness, I can't read that. I thought I did a list of what these said. Your kindness is something that starts with a T. Touching? Yeah, I think touching. I needed the good news. No. You know what? I think right about now I'm probably have them scrolling from the top. I can't remember all. Oh, let's see. I can't wait to see you. Thinking of you. Seeing your smile brightens my day. You have good taste. I love you with all my senses. Okay, there we go. We got them all done. Okay, I can't remember the name of the release this is from, but if you want to purchase any of these or interested in looking them over, I will have a link to the March Spellbinders releases in the description box below. And I believe this is a collaboration. I can't remember who, maybe Simple Stories collaboration. This is called Simple Vintage Lavender Fields Hexagons. That's a mouthful. And I just embossed a background and used my hexagons as little focal areas for my sentiment and my lavender. And you have all the dies there to create those and layer up your bee and your lavender. And we're getting close to the end, guys. Thanks for sticking with me through all this. I have several of the House Mouse release. Here, let's see, do these in order that I have them laid down. We have the Party Parade, and gosh, I could have had these ready, but I don't. We have sentiments that read, it's time to celebrate. Birthday greetings. Happy birthday from all of us. I love that. Happy birthday from all of us. And there is my, it's time to celebrate with my Party Parade there. And here we have Spa Day. And our little mouse with the belly sticking out. That's so cute. So cute. And we have sentiments that read, relax. Pamper yourself. You deserve it. And find your calm. Then we have Dandelion Dreams. There we go. And sentiments that read, make your wishes take flight. Dream the day away, and you're on my mind. And it has the little itty bitty thing from when you blow the dandelion, you know, that cause all the weeds in your yard, the little seedlings. Okay, finally, Nuts. I missed your birthday. This is called Nuts About You, and these sentiments read, let's see, Nuts. I missed your birthday. Crack open some joy today, and I'm nuts about you. So those are the House Mouse stamp sets, and since then there have been another House Mouse release. Here we have Suspenders, and this is a Hero Arts die set. Gosh, too many words at once. Let me break this out and share with you what this die set looks like. Gosh, come on. Cooperate. So you have, oh, these are wonderful. You could create, you know, inlay. This has the inlay background so that you can cut these strips, and then it shows right where they set for the suspenders, so you can get the stripe look. Or you could just have the have a suspender with the inlay look. Maybe do some ink blending to bring out those little embossed lines, and then you have the little choices of necklines you can use under there, and a bow tie, and the little clips for adjusting the suspenders. And that's from this, the sentiment is from the set that I'm giving away, and it reads, You've Got Flair. And I've already shared with you the totally awesome stamp and cut minus the cut, with the jean jacket layered stencils. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. I hope that you join me at the Scrapbooking Fun Summit, and I think that's all for today, as if it's not enough. Bye for now. Oh, if you're still hanging around, let me know which would be your favorite that you would like me to recreate in a video, your favorite card that you would like me to share a how-to video on, and popularity will choose what my next video will be, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye for now.